No.
Nope.
It is actually just
Here we go.
Yes. We are back. Not too long, still here for this final fight. It's Team Knock at 99.
Yes, they are holding it down. Yeah, while we were having that blackout for a second, I could hear Nocturnal going off, hearing the Bob going out to play, looking for the hooks, and each time, Olivia is doing a great job not rolling into the pit, but that is a hard hold from the green team.
Love to see it.
Yes.
That was a little biased, but we got right there on the first half, for the first hold, I should say. Of course, health points, so we're looking forward to. It could go 3 rounds, so we're gonna go see. But yeah, do you think they're gonna change their strategy a little bit, maybe, or?
I mean, on this map in particular, I mean, both of these comps are really strong. Junkrat especially, I would hold on to. Junkrat is one of my go-tos if I'm DPS on this particular map as well. So he does a great job of keeping people out of that tiny little rectangle you gotta fight in. So we'll see if the tanks are gonna hold it down again.
But Knock is not missing, so I just see that he just switched.
Yes.
So it's a Junkrat and now a Reaper. Also a Baptiste.
Yes.
Just came in.
Oof, a beautiful dynamite.
Yeah, Knock's positioning is just really good.
The team is already taking hold. They've got their Orisa set up on the point, which is usually how you hold it down. Once you get an Orisa into this particular point, because the fighting area is so small, it's tricky to get that take back. But again, they do have the damage to do it. That blunt force, explosive damage of a Reaper Junkrat comp, I think, is enough to just bust in there and take care of it, especially considering recent nerfs, you know.
Yeah, and they want to make sure they don't overextend on here. I always play on this map, and usually when people go, you know, get a little greedy, that's where it collapses. If they could pick you off and go into the point, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see here what team with the strategy is going to be here. Combating an Orisa that is on the point. It feels like Superwolf isn't getting the angles that they need.
And our diva is down. Superwolf trying to work into, there we go.
There it is. There we go. The ult was needed. That was it. Said just, we have ults. Let's just use them.
Right. And Alithia with a 3K. Very nice.
Yeah, and so now they get some percentage there. It's really good to see them kind of switching. I mean, Alithia probably, I'm pretty sure she's like, well, we need to switch to something different because we see her team always kind of reacts well. And we also see a diva in play, so we gotta look for a diva bomb pretty soon.
Well, it's cool. If I would see Alithia, I would be using that Baptiste ult here now to delay the advance. I wonder how long Twisted's gonna hold on to that.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. There is Bob to combat that. The thing on the green team's end is that they have a lot of... There's that Death Blossom with 2 very good... But they have a lot of sustainable point-holding heroes. Oh, really? Oh god, here we go.
It's pretty
easy right
now. Sorry, go ahead. But yeah, it's pretty easy
no, exactly.
Just holding out and just about holding, and we're gonna see if they can hold on to get this win. But the group up is real.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And there you go. If you get that diva out of the mech at the start of the fight.
Yeah, there's not much left for the team to really mitigate any damage without the diva.
There goes the EMP.
Beautiful hack with the Reaper. but no kill. Gonna force out ults on both sides. Beautiful boop off the map there. Both DPS gone. And Moira, there ain't no way they staying in this.
Whew. That right there is a whole hog. That, the zoning, Jesus. Oh, we got zoning, we got the boops. Yeah, a whole hog is so powerful. I mean, in terms of damage, of course, but if you need to hold an area. Yeah, Ormer on this Roadhog really, really carried it right there.
Well, D.Va has her ult, and she's coming back, so we're gonna see a really big push coming forward. It's gonna be interesting.
No support ults for Knock. No support ults for Team Knock.
That's true.
And with them at 99, really, they could ult dump here if they
need it. D.Va's already demeched here. Again, here comes the tire. Getting a nice pick. Super Wolf says, let's take out the hawk. And there's Nightingale. Now that
yes, clearing it out.
Ooh, but it's still not out. Nocturnal's popping off there. In a 2P.
And Bob's in.
And Bob's in. What are we missing? I don't want to miss this fight here. It's Bob Linka. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Oh man. What a stall from Bob here. Knock is back. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be
an amazing strategic play. Just to throw Bob out there and Bob just holds. Oh my god.
Wow.
Better than Red win. I just don't know what just happened.
And it's Team Knock that takes the win there.
Incredible
and it
hold there.
Lydia with the pog still. You called it, chat.
Oh.
A close up.
Once those mines are out, and the wave. Excellent play. The thing about the ults that they had on their side, though, perfect zoning ults. If you can keep people out of that, again, that's my thing with Ilios, where the little space you have to fight. You know, if you can push people out with that beautiful whole hog we saw from Ormer, those mines, perfect. Even Death Blossom works beautifully as a zoning ult there. I mean, either side really making sure no one could stay there until Bob. So.
Yeah, but what a great hold that last second there. They almost had it, just almost. And what a cool play to see. Just throw Bob in there and just see what he could do against the wrecking ball. It didn't quite work out how they wanted to, but it was still strategic enough for them. Bob held until the team came back.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Because if no one else was there to take the Bob out, he will stay there. It's tricky to 1v1 a Bob. Yeah. you can't, like, I don't, you know what? Yeah.
How do you keep that up? Well, so now that makes us what, 1-1, one for Team Knock, one for Team.
Doing terrible at keeping up with you, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna tell us in a second. But I believe it is. Oh, is it 2-0 or 1-1? We'll wait for that. But just amazing plays. By the way, welcome.
Yes, thank you guys so much for joining us. I've been having a lot of fun just watching these matches, seeing the players, these different compositions, like even with like all of the recent like changes in the meta and all the buffs and nerfs, like we are still seeing some signature characters come out, and like I thought I wasn't going to see any Orisa, so like I'm still happy. Like I'm content.
I've heard I have a couple of friends who play Orisa pretty heavily, and I've heard on both ends. I've heard, oh my god, it's such a struggle now, and then I have another friend who said that she's still eating with Orisa. So I guess it depends on your play style. You know what I mean? I've seen some very clever Orisa play to make up for the nerfs, very creatively going back and forth through shields and things like that. So any tank main, I tip my hat to you, because the nerf circus that tanks go through, the buffs and the nerfs and everything, on top of everything that's already happening in the game, and tanks being such a target, doing a great job of holding it down. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
trying to
and I
like.
mean,
It's like the new filter, guys. This is called
don't worry.
Pixel Avant-Garde.
There we go.
This is Slender Man cam. I don't know what is happening right now. It's like. See if
I'm
we can.
surprised even on the support side. I mean, we've
There
seen
we
some
go.
Baptiste, we've seen Mercy, of course. Mora, some amazing Mora. Lucio. Hey. No, surprisingly for me, because I just got into Ana, so hopefully we get to see her, or even Zen, because I believe he just got like a nice buff. So it's going to be very interesting, and they're mixing it up. If you're new to the stream,
Yes.
it's a draft. They're mixing it up again. We're shaking everybody together, and we're just waiting for them to get into a game. And yeah, but just any surprises so far other than Bob being a new character?
I would say, I mean, we've been talking about how great both teams have been at responding and making changes to what each team is doing, and I think that's probably why we haven't seen. If my camera, I think that's probably why we haven't seen Zen and Ana. The aggression on both sides. I mean, this is majorly sweaty. There's not a lot of room for Ana to work, especially with dive tanks in play. Zen is, you know what I mean.
Probably not best, but maybe in the upcoming maps we'll see.
Yeah. Ilios is tricky for Ana, especially, I think. Zen can go really well with a dive comp if you're playing a full dive comp, but we've seen a really interesting sort of hybrid off-tank shield. Some are holding it down. Here's a mix of other characters that are jumping right in. So Dorado being escort, we will see.
Oh.
Maybe we'll get a Zen, I'm thinking at least, but
It is, in fact, I was correct, 1-1 for both teams.
Yeah, it's 1-1, both captains.
Okay.
Just saying. So I'm excited. That's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't know how many games you played tonight. So like I gotta keep score. Like I wanna know. These are
the only two people who haven't changed, I believe, is Nock and Lithia. They mix it up a little bit and then we go into a game. So it's very interesting.
Yes.
Nock and Lydia are the captains. So every time they'll be the lead in selecting it is their teams is how we were playing it in this exhibition match tonight.
And we've seen great play calling from both teams. Obviously, it's just super close. So, I mean, this is going to be a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I believe we're seeing a couple people we haven't seen before, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Because we do have a pool of 18. So I'm pretty sure they just brought in a couple of new people. So it's going to be really interesting to see who they play and how well they play in their comp.
We've got Flamestar on Zarya. I believe they were DPS last time we saw them. So it's going to be nice to see that Twisted KO on the Mercy like always.
And we've got a new DPS we have not seen tonight. I'm excited to see a Tracer. Tracer's fun. Tracer's one of my favorites.
And Tracer will get you. So we'll see how they respond to that. Tracers are very good at solo DPS as well. Like, just gets in and out of there. And
I think it's really important though that Destination can play a dive DPS. It's gonna work great with Lydia as a really strong dive tank main.
Absolutely. Looking for those picks. Nocturnal on the lookout.
Nocturnal's a great
They're pretty comfortable over there. Beautiful dynamite. Because they're pretty comfortable up there trying to hold it down, but perfect recall, yeah.
Flamestar getting a nice pick on Nightingale on the back there, so we're down 1 for Team Lithia. Beautiful hack. That's gonna be an easy pick. Nocturnal knows it too. If that coordination stays strong, though, Team Nock has a really good chance of holding here for a while.
Absolutely. I want to reiterate how perfect that hack was on the Reinhardt, because if you catch Ryan not slipping, but swinging, it immediately opens things up for you, especially holding out the choke right here.
Here it comes, huge shatter.
There it goes.
Oh, Lapalos is higher as Ryan if they're not hacked.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a perfect shatter. 2 right off the bat, then a third. Rest of the team going down, so.
Both teams in good positions with their ultimates here, which is really nice. I'm excited to see what comes out first. My God, Nocturnal decimated the Oh, with a nice rest there, I guess, not to break down the momentum from Team Lithia there so they can get the reset on both sides.
Absolutely. And there go the mines. Bob is out to hold it down, push him back. Perfect spot for Bob to really push them back. Oh, Bob gets knocked out of the lane.
Here, Lithia doing a great job at tormenting the backline here, just kind of making space in ways that they can. But the team is not really moving up as much as I would have anticipated here.
Yeah.
The tire is...
And that tire is huge, huge tire. And the rest of the team's going down.
The team was so distracted there. Once the fire in the hole was heard, it was too late to even ascertain where Junkrat was. By the time the hole was out, that was a 3P.
Whew. And that's really the trick with Junkrat, as they go back and forth, buffing and nerfing and figuring out how to balance that tire, because it is such a strong ult. I mean, the element of surprise is your friend, and that's exactly right. There goes that shatter.
Here we go. Ooh. A quick switch to Echo from Nocturnal said, I guess the Ash wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be good. It's going to give Team Noc a little bit more, verticality in this fight, especially in this last area. Leaves less room for Lydia to kind of move around and just disrupt them with better eyes in the sky. And that's a nice fight.
And they are backing up accordingly.
Yeah, they were waiting for the Hammond ult there. Yeah, they know. They're already perfectly positioned in front of it. Pretty much this was a void. Unless we can get him to back up into it, it's going to be hard. The fight's already headed towards spawn. Nocturnal getting quick picks there, coupled with the tank play.
Echo with the shatter.
Oh, yeah. Once they're down, they're out.
I have to say, as Echo, Ryan is probably my favorite to copy, other than maybe Zarya or Moira, because it's so effective just to get in there. And if they're not expecting there to be another shatter, that's another one where the element of surprise will really do a lot for you.
I'm loving these the dives.
Yes.
Going back at it. Sombra get a pick, and then Destination gets a pick.
Beautiful catch on the Junkrat here.
Nocturnal managing to get that kill, but gets caught. And the Chaos of the Moira ult. Team Lydia doing a good job at regrouping here and just singling him out, trying to get as much distance as they can, and that's the team wipe.
And they're moving now.
And that's gonna be the round.
Beautiful push there. Yeah, Olivia is an excellent Hammond. Really doing a lot to disrupt in the backline there.
Like, just when you think that, like, the Hammond isn't doing anything, I swear to God, Lydia's just like, bro, you would have thought. So, every moment I'd be like, Hammond, what in God's name are you doing right now? And then sure enough, I'd be like, oh, well, the team is split in thirds, and Junkrat got a 3. So I
Perfect. Yeah. Do you play a lot of Hammond yourself? Because I know you very strong tank main there.
Not a Hammond player though. I'm more of a Winston girl myself, so like I get the thrill of the dive and the disruption, but mechanically I can't. Like, people who play Hammond, like, I look at you like the same people who play Lucio mains, right? Like, you guys are gods. Like, Lucio and main, all three of them. And Doomfist can go in there too. I don't like none of them. Too technical. Like,
Lucio, Hammond, Genji. Yeah,
I would prefer Goddess, but
No, that is so true, though. I mean, Hammond is on the gap between an effective Hammond and a ball rolling around on the field is just so massive, and the mechanical skill that it takes to play Hammond well is very impressive. I have exactly one effective Hammond friend, and I always am just like, yep, you do that, you do you. Great.
I do love playing Winston against Hammonds because I don't think Hammonds know what to do.
True.
I don't know. It's just a big monkey. You can't really boot me.
The positioning on the Hammond right here, speaking of which, I love that at the top.
No, it was smart. Start play there. Already pushing Team Nock to kind of retreat and rethink their first advance.
And Olivia asserting her dominance against Nocturnal, just picking my off.
Yeah. Ooh, Nocturnal with 2. Great mix though. Flamestar on Winston doing a lot to mitigate that damage and push him back a bit, but
yeah, Nocturnal managed to get a pick on the Mercy there. Kiki is out. So that will give them some room to kind of push forward. Oof, Morrison,
No
nope.
one can hide from my sight.
I do not want any part of this. That's good though. I'm excited we're seeing some Widow. Trying to look for
this is a great map for her as well. Yes.
On the Reaper here, knowing that flank is coming is gonna be good. Oh, their team respond to this. Managing to kill Destination, who switched over from the Tracer to now Reaper. To do something to counter the Winston. Flamestar is just doing good at just existing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, that's half the battle is sometimes being dive. Exist and disrupt. Just don't die.
Exactly. Nocturnal doing a great job to get around the map and also just exist as a threat here.
I was like, I say it that way to say it. It's true though. Like y'all laughing, but
no, 100%. Because there are certain heroes that just by being present, they do so much. As long as you're shooting. You know, and Winston can be one of those characters, very much so.
Dude, great job here. Tire is taken out, so both DPS gone from Nock team. This is gonna be the fight. Once they don't have that damage, that they really do lack sustain on Nock's side. So it's kind of hard to really keep everyone up when God, what do you do? Like everyone's just kind of everywhere. You have Bab, you're looking for group heals, you know, Mercy's trying not to die.
Right. It's tricky, yeah, because if you, I mean, looking at their team comp, once their DPS are down, there's that beautiful EMP. But both of running both dive tanks, D.Va and Winston, tends to suffer from damage, you know? So, yeah, exactly. I mean, as soon as their DPS are down. But we're moving now. Good push.
And we're seeing the spacing that Winston creates when he's in the comp, or just everything flying.
I was about to say, yeah, Flamestar putting in work right now on this Winston.
Did a good job at targeting here. But Team Lithia's clapping back. They aren't going to take this without a fight. Getting some great targeting here. Going neck and neck. Yeah. Fourth for Pigs. Does look like Team Lithia is up right now.
And this is looking like a strong hold.
That is a beautiful hold, yes. Focus now.
I am dead.
Oh no. Well, we know the strategy.
I mean, we've seen it in action. We saw it pretty much after that first King's Row.
Focus not. Some banter going there.
We love focus and clear intent.
So that will make
Lapio's on this Rhine, beautiful.
Oh yeah. And so we are what 1-2 for Team Lydia now. That is awesome. That was a good match. That was very interesting. I thought we were gonna make it further down the route there, but no. First
I did too.
Wow.
It was just like, what do you do to combat that Hammond? Like, like, what do you do about it?
Yeah.
You know, I think they really need to think about it because Lithia is obviously the captain of that team and playing fantastic. And we did see Focus knock with the almost like, I think it was like the first or second play where she jumped on the roof and just knocked Widow off the roof, and it was just a spectacular play. So it's gonna be really interesting coming in. They're mixing up the pile right now.
Yes.
Welcome everybody coming in. If you're new to the stream, welcome to the Hive. These are all women playing Overwatch together. We're doing just quick drafts, and it's Team Knock versus Team Lithia tonight. And of course, we're joined by K-pop and Black Crystal here, and of course me, that's so Alley Cat, and we're just having a great time. This is amazing. I didn't really expect this. I'm gonna be honest. I was just like, oh, we're probably gonna be confused in Overwatch, but it's just been an amazing match. Great strategies. You've seen great holds, great stops. It's just been amazing. And who do you guys have? Do you guys have an idea of who's gonna win, or it's just too close to call right now? Even though it's 2-1, but I think Nock is gonna react pretty aggressively coming in. You've seen some aggressive Ash from Nock, so yeah.
Yes.
I
mean, I think both teams are doing such a great job of responding to one another. And we have seen, I mean, just such an extensive roster from Nocturnal, of course. We've got obviously some mains going on that are very strong here, but I think considering all of the options that they're keeping open to themselves, having, such flex DPS happening, as well as Nox being such a strong tank. I don't know. I mean, as adaptive as Lithia's team has been, I think they're doing a good job of again responding back and forth. So I think it is too close to call at this point.
Oh. Okay, we're gonna play one more game, and it could be tie. Oh man,
Could be tie.
We have to finish it. We can't just leave it on a tie, right? But
that's what I'm saying. I mean, 2-1. They can absolutely bring it back and bring it right back to Lithia's team. So,
Yeah,
how do you say that name? Leopold, or I don't know how do you say it, but we've seen like player of the game from them. I think about 3 times.
Lapalus.
That it is. Yeah, Lapalus. Really creative name.
The names
how are you liking the tanks, Black Crystal?
I was about to say, I'm like, I really think Nog suffered because of a lack of tanks in there. Not to say they were bad tanks, but the way the tanks were playing, he actually needs a little bit more protection when playing the long range game, and in sense of like zoning and kind of being in that sweet pocket. So Nog can't get pulled up on, and a lot of the time the tanks kind of were getting lost in the sauce of the main push, which is fine. We did see some solid play, trying to create that space, trying to get through the choke. But if you're not getting picks, that's kind of the question there. So I want to say, lack of DPS, but like we know Knock can pop off. So there definitely was a situation there where it was like there wasn't the room for that, and that's kind of what it saw to me there.
All right, and I mean, Team Lithia is looking really strong. Do you see any lack of anything there?
I don't know. I mean, I think they're making really interesting, not non-standard DPS picks, but generally in a competitive scenario, they're not playing the DPS that you would normally see. And the DPS that they are choosing to play are so good at shutdowns. So their DPS line has been really strong, I think, in terms of, hey, we've got, especially with the the cheeky little focus Nocturnal. There's a lot of full stop shutdowns going on there, where as strong as the tanks are playing on both sides, you've got a very consistent Reaper situation going on their team,
right.
as well as the Junkrat or the Sombra to shut things down. So
I think I'm hearing
Again,
is this Legion Tower?
Yep.
Legion Tower? Okay.
Uh,
More
I'm
control
here. Another
now.
control. Sign me up. I'm here for this. So
This camera.
just do
Try
the
this again. I know. I just have to wipe it clean. I don't know what.
TikTok. You remember that?
Yeah. Oh God.
Ready for battle.
Okay, so we're gonna see if anyone changes from support to tank or
Oh
tank.
no, Twisted not on Mercy. What is happening?
Kiki wanted it.
He
There
wanted
you
it.
go.
Give me a
You
see,
got
look.
it.
Anti-Hammond, I want Zen, I want that's what I want. I don't know if
I
that's
would
like
love to see.
no, but
Uh-oh,
Baptiste,
got
but Baptiste. Oh, it's okay. A girl can dream, all right?
They do come in with
Baptiste.
this
Yes. Got Nocturnal on Sombra now.
I was
Ormer
gonna
who
say you're
played.
gonna probably see some poppin' Sombra. We're gonna see.
Ormer, who we saw a beautiful tank play from earlier, is on Zarya.
Oh, I got it. How do you focus knock if you can't see her?
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's a
her.
counter to the strat.
Yeah.
I will say about Baptiste, though, on a control map, Baptiste is so incredibly strong. Just
Totally.
the sustainability and the hold. Did get knocked out there with the Pharah and Hammond counter.
And the field is very good for the counter to the Hammond ult. So I do see that. But sometimes for me, it's like the ult isn't the problem. It's just Hammond's existence. Like if you can make Hammond
yes.
run away, like you're fine, right? Don't be scared. Like that's how you the Hammond.
Absolutely.
We go there, but the point is capped by Team Nock here in that push there. And Nock running the Sombra is interesting here. Oh, but Flamestar managing to spot Nock in the abyss, gets picked, forcing Kiki to do the res. So Nock can throw out that EMP there and hold off the assault, and that's going to be a huge play there for Mercy. I will say Kiki with the clutch res on that one.
Absolutely, and that was a 5k EMP, and there's Diva out of mech. Backing up.
Kiki, do you love me? I'm sorry.
You res me.
Yeah,
Get inside.
Yeah, Reaper down on red squad, so
there you go. Still trying to do the fire. Now I won't say Flamestar is ineffective. Flamestar isn't ineffective, but I will say that I think Team Leah needs a little bit more point presence than the Farah.
yeah, that point is going up.
Oh, getting two though. Both healers, strong ult. You know, Flamestar heard that, said, "Let me pop off right quick for you, baby."
I was gonna say, Flamestar is playing very smartly, like right outside of the point. Not necessarily like jumping in and trying to survive within the little gazebo, but definitely doing an amazing job getting those hits with the rockets.
Yeah, very good positioning, using the middle point with cover there so that you really can't shoot outward, and Flamestar can just rain inside the point there.
Absolutely.
Whew. Oh my gosh. Baby! Okay. I almost had a heart attack.
So nervous.
Kamikaze.
And there is the EMP.
Wait. Oh, they couldn't fly! Off
Yep.
the map. Oh, man.
That EMP catches Pharmacy.
I love it. Low-key, we just witnessed a dive with Sombra and Junkrat. Junkrat does.
We can, yeah. Oh, we can dig into Sombra dive later. That's again, I don't need to bring my own like gameplay into this, but that is a favorite of mine, I will say.
Oh man, here we go.
Junkrat is doing work on this point as well. Junkrat is an excellent choice for this map.
There's the Lydia ult, the Hammond ult. Where was the field? Oh, Twisted was dead already. Oh man. Last ditch EMP to try to stay up. It's gonna be rough. I would have saved it. It's alright. I think Nock is confident they'll be able to get that EMP back in the next team fight.
Absolutely. Nox been getting them very consistently anyway, so.
It's really great to see that confidence to know, like, I'm gonna get my ult back before this ends.
Right.
What a snipe!
Wow.
That's gonna force a reset. Honestly, worth it. I'd wait.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna still.
They're going.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, they got the res up. All right, this is fine now. They're in this.
I mean,
okay. Team Nox says we back in this.
considering that the roast that they got was the Baptiste, that's kind of an extra person for sustainability. But they're trading picks here, and Baptiste is down.
Ormer is going off on Zarya here. I knew we were going to see Zarya back out. I just knew it. Oh, man. And, dude, I can't. This Hammond play is so strong, too, because once Lydia has the mines, like, it's like clockwork.
Yes, absolutely.
Here comes
And the mines just last so long that it's tricky to do anything about them.
Tracer.
There's the bomb. There's, yep, switching a dive to stay in this fight here. See destination
Which I
back.
think, absolutely. And I do think dive is a smart choice here, but secured on Lydia's side, and there's what would have been a wonderful shatter.
Yeah, and Lithia does secure the point, and that was very interesting. I mean, Sombra was working so well for Nox, but Nox has changed to Tracer, so it's gonna be interesting.
He wanted that Tracer 1v1. Said, no, look.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I didn't know it was the same call. Like, you know, when you switch to a Widowmaker for the 1v1, you're like, okay, I didn't know it worked Tracers. I didn't know that was the same thing, but I guess it is here tonight. So I'm here for it. It's fun to see that. Who can guess the blinks faster?
Oh, that Tracer 1v1, purely because of Tracer's very particular kit, that Tracer 1v1 is spicy when they get into it. If they can sustain that in the midst of what is a very chaotic team up, but
I really would say that I think Team Nox needs a little bit more like sustain and heals, a little bit more timing on the support ults there. It seems that every time there's an offensive ult from Team Lithia, there is nothing defensive in the tuck for Team Nox.
that is very
You know what the problem with that is? A person named Flamestar. Flamestar has been picking all those healers off, and it's just been so problematic for them to kind of like be stable.
confidently fading past the Junkrat to go back.
And times like these where I notice when things are getting caught and you can't play aggressively, it's usually better to kind of take that back burner, bait them in, and try to secure that movement and that ground as a unit instead of kind of coming in one at a time.
Oh, got a pick on him. Wow,
It's worth
got a
it.
pick on mine. Very good pick.
Beautiful there. Ormer, O-R-M-R.
Yeah.
I want to know what it means. Ooh, beautiful play here.
Yes.
Ormer was just making space. Reason why I said focus on that is not just because I love Zarya's, but because they did a very good job at holding that left flank there and creating that space, just pretty much being a physical barricade. So they're able to kind of make their way to the point. This is good zoning here. I would say worth it.
And I love it. If you saw there, Ormer ready to bubble Nocturnal on the McCree if necessary.
We got a Mercy kill there in the back, sidebar. Just want to point that one out.
Oh, yeah.
Super said, I got you.
Yes.
See, now we're using both support ults here in tandem, which is fine. I'm usually here for it. But we also used, what is this, Hammond ult too? We have two Hammonds now? That's why I was so confused.
Yes.
Lapalus actually switched to Hammond, and I think it's a great choice. They needed it.
Mobility for sure.
Nocturnal, by the way, is staying ready with these dead eyes.
Yeah, not even missing a beat. Honestly, had two in this engagement. Great shutdown on the Reaper as well. That could have been devastating.
Yeah.
Wow.
And again, we saw great tank play from Ormer earlier on, what was that? Was that the second half of... No. That was, Ilios.
Yeah,
So, definitely great defensive tank play going on with Ormer here.
Good use of the tire here preemptively. The D-Mech is going to be strong. Nothing there to really mitigate any damage.
And that's going to be a great stagger.
And no, right with the res off.
And she gets that res!
That's the res off, but it's alright on the kill. Still think Nock and their team have a chance at this fight.
Absolutely. And there is Lapios. The tanks are really showing out on this map right now.
But that's what you want. You want dominant tanks. You don't want passive tanks.
You do, because it's so... That's the thing about a good tank player. You physically can't get around them. And like if you see in the chat... Oh, man.
No, I said that earlier. I said Nock just needs a solid tank play. Like, Nock needs that space to really play the heroes that Nock is proficient at. But to see Nock on the McCree there having a little bit more ability than I feel Ashe does. I don't know why, even though Ashe...
Oh, I agree.
I just feel the dodge, and you can be a little bit closer range and feel a little bit more comfortable playing that mid to long rather than kind of forced into that back line.
I do, yeah, I agree with that. McCree definitely has a bit faster pace, a little bit more speed to how quickly he can finish off those kills. There's a pace to Ashe, despite how much damage she can put down in a short period of time.
Oh, what a roll-in! That swing was massive. I don't know if it was the best move to push them all on the point. However, I see the mentality. I see the strat. Also, there is the Mei. Chad's asking for the Mei. We see some Mei now.
The Mei went down.
Yeah.
Mei went out.
But if you saw, I mean, that roll cornered them. Once they got in there and they were forced to stay in that little square, pretty easy to focus them down.
Yeah, that was almost the game. I think Lithia went back, but yeah, that was really... I mean, Nock really wants this. I mean, if they tie it, they probably go into a tiebreaker, right?
Absolutely. Well, if we get that tiebreaker match, but... Symmetra is on the board.
Nice bubble there.
Yes. Take care of that Immofield immediately.
Here come the mines out there for Team Nock. Napolo's doing a good job at just being a pain in their neck. Nocturnal just has so much room to just pop off through everybody. Like, Nocturnal only barely getting pursued by this Moira. No, getting killed by this Moira. Well, that's gonna be it, because Sniper was thrown off that tire, getting a quick 3P to really kind of change the game for this, really put it in Team Nock's field. This is it. That was worth the ult.
They're doing a great job of really just collecting them all in one spot and taking care of it.
Was there a rule? Did someone say, Lydia, no more Hammond? Because I'm confused. I'm confused. I just don't know what happened to it. I want to see it.
I don't know.
Yeah, Hammond is so good on this map as well. I'm surprised Lithia didn't change out, but sticking with the Rhine.
Are we gonna not do the combo? Oh, it's a little late now. I was expecting the mines to drop right on top of them. It's unfortunate. That was the op. Now it's just cascading here of kills. Back and forth on each team. Ults are popping out there. Kiki desperately trying to keep the team alive, getting smacked with a hammer in the face. Lydia says, I am playing around today.
I was gonna say, Lithia's team's going down here, but they need this fight or else.
Oh, we're still fighting. It's 9-9 for Team Nock. And they are up picks here, regardless of what it looks like.
Blizzard is out. There goes Nocturnal. Rosen.
Destination trying to just disrupt, throwing these walls here just to kind of cause chaos. And it's actually working. Between the walls, between the turrets, really just kind of honestly chaos. Like there was no way to really know who you should be focusing. I can assume the shot caller must have either gotten like picked out early on, because when there was time to kind of turn it around, no one was being targeted. It was more like, what do we do? What do we do? It's good though for a reset here. Team Lithia does have a chance to kind of bring it back if they can hold it here for a little bit longer.
Good picks. Diva is out. Baptiste is out. Sustain is, yeah, their sustain is getting knocked off immediately. Moira down. And really, their whole team is very strong in sustain, but that is the fight that they needed.
We're gonna go into
wow.
What a great hold, right?
And this is what I was saying. I mean, they're doing such a great job. Yes, I love to see it. I love to see it. No, they're doing such a great job of responding. That really is truly anyone's. And this is where they went. This is where they went down the pharmacy into the moat. Oh man.
A pog from Sombra, don't you? But
you're happy. I do love to see it. I do love to see it. But yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, they responded very well, and they did such an excellent job on that third point of just butting them out of the point with May and with everything else in play. You know, that can get really tricky, but they did such a good job of keeping them out and really forcing them into a position where they could focus them all at once, because it's a lot going on.
I was saying they must have heard Crystal, because I'm pretty sure if I'm Nock and they go, who do you pick? I'm going for Lapallos, because that's probably one of the stronger tanks we have seen today. And it just really worked out, especially in this match. And we saw spacing from Nock as well. We really needed spacing, especially after Ilias. And I think they came back really solid. What did you think? Great tanks.
I know, yeah, I was enjoying the tanks. I think that's like what we said, right? We saw a lot more room for Nock to be able to pop off, making it a little bit more difficult for Team Lydia to kind of get in. Also, losing that dive tank element, you know, going to a main like shield tank, it seems like the smart choice when Nock is using hit scan like that, but really the chaos was working to that team's advantage. So it's really unfortunate. At the end there, I really had hopes Team Lita could have been able to hold that if they might have played a little bit more passive. I think they overstretched too much and stopped counting ult charges, so they forgot that they'd probably be at a disadvantage without playing to the environment. So really, really good teams, really good players overall, honestly. It's just really dope.
We even saw a really great play from May kind of turn it. We thought it was going to come back after that, because May just caused chaos through like I think 3 walls or something like that. And the kind of Nock's team is kind of like scattered, and I think they kind of forced that separation, and it looked really, really good, but they just couldn't, you know, pull it out at the end.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna have one more match. Hopefully is the tiebreaker, because each team is now 2-2, and it's going to be on a control map. And so are we placing bets? No.
It is anyone's game, honestly. I mean, they
kind of going for, I mean, you kind of got to pick one, Team Nock or Team Lithia. I'm gonna just put you guys on the spot. Who do you got? Cake Pop.
I'm gonna go with Ilithia. Okay. I am just seeing such a great responsive play there. As long as they stay on top of ult usage and everything, they are really doing a lot to just to halt them in their tracks, to bust up the other team in the back line. I think since Alithia is playing such a strong Hammond, there's a good understanding of distraction tactics that need to be at work here, and they are definitely deploying those tactics. So I'm going to go with Team Alithia.
I mean,
well.
How about you, Crystal?
I'm gonna say I'm Team Knock here. I think, I think it's been really dope to see the different combinations. I really like seeing Knock. I like seeing oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of all of the names right now.
Laplos, Flame.
Laplos is good. Yeah, I know, right? And I'm like, okay. I just think Knock is very good at working to the other teammates like advantages and disadvantages. I think Nog's very good at kind of like seeing that and finding their own place within that. Versus like you're saying, Lydia, I think is very strong at being able to kind of make their own team synergy for whatever it is and be able to kind of flex and adapt. So I do see that, and I think that's going to be very strong. But I think Nog has a better head on the shoulder of targeting, I think, and a little bit better of just like priority picks. So that's going to be my vote. That's going to be my vote.
I guess I'm the tiebreaker. I'm kind of Team Nog. Because I like, so in the beginning, I think Lithia really had it going, especially with adapting. I really like that. But I really like when someone kind of sticks to their guns, gain the ult, kind of figure out strategic points to pull off. And I think I don't know, Team Knock kind of has it there. But I mean, we've seen Knock's point of view there. We're just popping heads around. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, I could be wrong. K-pop is going to... Look, this is just for fun, okay? These are all girl ladies. It's just such an exciting time. Welcome to this stream if you're new. This is the Hive. These are collegiate and high school ladies that are playing matches of Overwatch. So the drafts are beginning. All right, and we hear Oasis. And all right, I see K-pop's reaction. What are you thinking?
Oasis is my favorite control map. Control maps are my favorite, and Oasis is my favorite of my favorite. So I'm excited to see what happens here. Would love to see like a hardcore dive moment, but we'll see. Oh, but that's what I was going to say earlier. As an insert to a lot of team comps that people like to run that are very dependent on their tanks, Sombra's a great backup DPS in those situations. Sombra dive is very strong. You saw a lot in the league when people would run goats, they would stick a Sombra in there to throw things off. This isn't Sombra promo hour or anything, but since that did come up,
it sounds like it. Also, check out her cosplay of Sombra. It's her pinned tweet.
Oh god, yeah,
it's very fantastic, by the way.
Oh, thank you. There she is. Yay.
Yep. I meant to ask Crystal, have you cosplayed anybody from Overwatch?
I have yet to do an Overwatch cosplay. I'm actually very sad about that. Now that you mentioned it, I gotta get on it. You'd think after the this. I don't. Oh man, I don't know. You can't do that to me.
Hey, I was just asking. The chat wanted to know. It wasn't me.
Yeah. And on
Eva, maybe.
That would be fun. On Nox team, we have very strong off tanks. We've got Mercy Moira. Usually if I play support on this map, I'm playing one of the two of them. So, we've already got Nox team holding the point. Really, again, doing a good job of zoning them. They're all, most of the team was still up, but they were getting pushed out. Kiki flying for her life.
Well, Knock and Twisted KO are on the same team, so you know what it is. So this is pretty back and forth here, regardless of the point being capped by Team Knock.
Yes.
Still, people trying to stay alive. There we go, managing to get those picks there. Destination
really
is
out.
Yep, and put.
And there's Olivia on the Hammond.
This is what we like to see.
Getting the pick on both supports. Between that and Coalescence was out as well, so. There's the Echo Mines. Also getting a pick.
Yeah, very good for spacing too. Unexpected, I believe. Good to hold on. Already at the 50%. Like, it's alright if they have to reset after this. I would take it. But it looks like they're gonna try to go for the stall still. Try to get it as much as they can. The res as well comes out for Knock. Here, we've got Team Knock really just holding strong, which should have been a turnover to Team Lithia has been now flipped right back into Team Knock's favor.
Oh man, Kiki getting caught in the back line here.
Amazing heals though, like.
Yeah, twisted KO.
I'm saying.
I mean, a goddess tier Mercy here.
Yes, we use goddess here. I mean, Kiki, was phenomenal as well. I think they have probably the best two healers that we've seen throughout this thing. Because Kiki's
very
on the other side there, yeah. Super strong.
And I believe Silver Dipper was on Lucio earlier and playing really strong. Both Coalescence are out.
There we go, the Echo bomb there, really good at space. Honestly, Nocturnal just might be a Echo main. That just might be what it is. Very strong, or just difficulty going against an Echo, because I know I do struggle with that still.
Echo's maneuverability and combined with her burst damage on a tank can be very tricky.
She's solid, hold till 99 for Team Knock. Lydia managing to take it there at the end though. So let's see how long Team Lydia can hold here.
I should point out that this is a new draft, so we don't see Laplos in this comp, but he took KO, Silver Dipper, Kiki Dragon. Destination is back. I don't think Destination was in the last game as well.
Oh man, we go with the Moira ults here. I just think they're just kind of throwing them. I will say, it's really the Mercies that are doing the top tier play here.
Honestly, the sustainability going on.
Oof.
And they did both get caught there, but the Mercies are both Twisted KO and Kiki are doing a great job of just maneuvering, and that's something that I do love. That's one of the things that makes Oasis one of my favorite maps. Is just I feel like I have, no matter who I play, I feel like I have a good space to fight.
No one can hide from my sight.
Well, Stronghold from Lithia here, and we're gonna see
taking it back from 99%.
Yeah, and it's going on up, and we're gonna see how Knock responds.
I'm at the edge of my seat. Y'all don't even know.
It's like close.
Such a convincing take back to the point, and as long as they manage these ults, because they are all putting in so much work and getting these ults so quickly.
Oh, I heard that. Oof, that was a melee on Kiki. Ow! Double Diva bombs here.
And a triple from Tyre Daly. Tyre Daly, sorry.
Beautiful here there. But Nox still going at it as Echo. That ult was huge for Team Nox. And they get the Mercy. No, Mercy does get the res off on Lydia, which is huge for the stall. Probably best res could have chosen. Okay, snatched right out the sky by Flame.
I was just about to say she's doing such a great job of staying up and down and staying in the air, but that hook is undeniable when you're Mercy. It's pretty rough.
And
the banter.
First half of game.
Oh man, I love the banter in the chat.
This is gameplay, by the way, and Knock takes the first half of it. I mean, wow. I mean, they just came in and held.
Yes.
What are you looking for from Lithia to recover?
I'm gonna say more of that sustainability because Knock has not just on this map but previously has been very good at taking the point first and building and building that capture on it. So they just needed one team fight to come back in, you know, and take it back from that 99. So
yeah, well, we're gonna see some Doomfist, and Lithia pulls out Winston. And
I love a dive comp, and here we go. Nightingale is staying on Widow, which is an interesting pick for this map and this team comp.
Also very interesting to see Nocturnal on Doomfist.
Yeah.
Haven't seen Nocturnal play much dive. Tried to do a little Tracer, but didn't work out too well. Oh man, Lydia's hunting knocked down. It's a savage. Like one track mind, but that might have been part of the distraction.
Honestly, yeah.
There we go.
That Winston bubbled down. Nightingale in a great position. 2 picks.
Nice there. We're seeing the supports are hanging in strong there. They said, look, this point is ours. You can back off.
Absolutely. Alithia and Nightingale doing a great job to clear the point there.
Yeah, we're seeing some really nice Widow going off there.
And confidently playing Widow on a control map, that in and of itself is a skill in my book. Because, you know, line of sight can be tricky. You're playing in a circle on this map especially. And there is so much going on.
Yeah, with this comp, I'm not sure. It's a good map for Widow, but with all the dive that Team Noc is running, it's gonna be hard to really find a good spot consistently.
Absolutely, and we've got Noc on the Tracer.
There it is.
They are getting these picks though.
Yep. Flamestar doing some great Winston play, honestly. I'm here for this.
Kiki doing her best to get out of that, but a very convincing Winston from Flamestar here.
Like I said, Noc just needs some good tanks to couple with. Or whatever DPS Noc does choose. So the dive tank, pretty spicy.
Absolutely. And this is what's so great about running dive. Is that, you know, I see a lot of conversations about running 2 dive tanks together, but running a good DPS with a good tank in terms of dive, that's really what is convincing in my book.
Ooh, with a Diva Bomb, 2-piece, and the DMAC as well. That was fat. Let's go, okay.
I think in this map, we've seen several very decisive Diva Bombs clearing the point when necessary.
I'm on fire!
That was a really good Diva Bomb. I mean,
yes.
And it actually took out, I believe, the 2 supports that were there. So just really strategic. I love seeing that. I think you've seen it all game. You just see all these strategic plays.
I'm ready to see what this cheeky play is here, yeah. Waiting for them to get in there. Nice dive.
And there it goes. Getting this Diva.
Yeah, trying to just, you know, break up this advance here. Just move everyone around. Separate the healers from the tanks.
Ooh, and we have Diva out of mech. Yeah, I mean, that was great. Just push them back. Get them out of here. Got some very good ults on deck for Team Alithia. Her ult about to be on deck for Noc's team.
Yeah, Alithia is still holding strong though.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was worth to stay fighting this so long. Would have loved for a reset.
Good pick from Nocturnal, but the team is down, so. Spectators in the chat going crazy. Woo.
Oh, no, they're taking this for serious, and I love it. I absolutely love it. This is like, you know, classic private lobby, sweaty, 10
I love it. Absolutely. I have never played sweatier Overwatch matches than these types of things, these bugs, these customs, you know, especially with exactly like this with the teams, you know, switching up. Now we've got Olivia back on Hammond,
Where Lithia should be, I'm just saying.
but really, who better to hold this type of point than a Hammond? Until you know, but in general, Hammond is such a strong choice there. Wow. And they got it.
They got it. That's
Team Knock.
Good call. Wow.
I'm sorry, K-pop.
No, absolutely.
All right, hire Dally as Diva. I mean, this was
This was that beautiful Diva bomb that we were talking about. Exactly.
the first one that we've seen, and I mean, there was another one on the second floor that was great.
I'm
Yes,
sorry.
there was.
That was very anticlimactic, though, I will say. I didn't know that was the strat. I see it though, like the block you expect it to come from the sky. You don't expect it to be like in the doorway to the health pack. Like I see. It's better than failing.
Yeah.
No, it is. It's better than failing a throw and you don't kill anybody because it doesn't land. So I'll take that position.
Right.
Wow, and I mean, Team Knock. I mean, that was amazing. This was our first Hive, you know, I don't even know, event. I would say event because it was amazing.
Exhibition.
And we saw some awesome plays. And I mean, anything you girls want to say, go for it. We'll start. Black Crystal, go ahead.
Oh my goodness. Like I'm like, can I play some rounds with y'all? Like I'm over here like everyone who's a player, y'all
Super
listen.
aggressive.
Hit me, all right? I want to play. I need teammates. I'm alone. I feel like I'm the only one who plays this game anymore. That's what I want to say. Like this was a joy to see. I was like, this is the fun Overwatch I hope to play. So this was amazing. Amazing games tonight.
Beautiful, yeah.
Oops.
Incredible. And I was just so happy to see both teams honestly playing so aggressively, so confidently. Because that's always, especially when you're talking about, you know, women in esports and, you know, especially with Overwatch based on, you know, hero choices, the whole thing of, you know, women only playing support or only playing this, only playing that. And to see such aggressive DPS and amazing tank play and incredibly skilled sustained supports. I mean, every role filled beautifully, confidently. I mean, that just goes to show you. And I mean, we already know that, but you know, it was great to see on both. I just got a flashback of that spawn hold on that first King's Row match.
Yeah,
Like,
it was just like, oh, we're starting out. Oh, we're doing it. Oh, we're doing this. We all looked
look
at each other, but we all were just like, oh, there's
the audacity. I love to see it. So, absolutely.
Okay. So
I was just saying, I'm super like I'm amped. Like I hate doing this type of stuff like in the evening because I get so hype.
Right. You're just like
I'm awake now. Now I'm like, yo, like let me go play some comp.
I'm gonna have to be tweeting about this. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys so much for having me. This was so much fun. Seriously.
Yeah, and it just so worked out that I'm support main. Cake Pop is DPS main, and then Black Crystal is tank main, which is really, we didn't plan it like this. It was totally accidental, but how amazing was that? And we saw great support as well. I just want to shout them out because Kiki,
absolutely,
Twisted. We got to get used to your names, but it was just so amazing to see pockets.
Yes.
We saw everything. We saw strongholds. We saw the Moras do
Kamehamehas. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I was gonna say like Vegeta.
Just crossing the streams, like just coalescence.
Yeah. It was just amazing to watch. And we hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Go ahead, K-pop. You can.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, it was beautiful, and more on the supports. I mean, the Lucio play tonight, especially on Ilios, like I said, Lucio's map, very confident gameplay, and that is what I love to see from anyone. If you can get in there and you know your role, you know where you should be, you know you are good on that role. I love to see that. you know? And especially, I would say on Li Zhang, we saw a lot of that. People just like bold-faced, yes, your shield is up. I'm going to Deadeye anyway, and I'm going to get somebody. You know, I love that. I love to see it.
Beautiful
So
Echo. I mean, I'm very new. I mean, Echo's the newest character, but I don't really know anyone who plays Echo, so just to see those Echo plays and just a pop, 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 I'm like, oh wait, you could do this on Echo.
that, yeah. That's
And
what I'm working towards, because Echo's a lot of fun and very effective, but she's one where you kind of have to juggle. It's kind of like when you're learning to play Pharah and you got to learn how to fly and shoot at the same time, which sounds, you know, basic, but it's truly, it's a whole different mechanic once you're shooting from the sky. So yeah, seeing a good Echo with her being the newest character, love that too. So.
So we're gonna be seeing Black Crystal's video in a minute. You want to like tell us about it? I believe we're seeing Party Up, right?
I think so. I think that's the one you guys are playing. I'm really excited for it because I love both of the songs I've worked on. I really wanted to try to like express what it's like to be a female gamer, to be someone who is from this culture, and have like my music kind of reflect that. You know, I hear a lot of references in music, but there's nothing that seems to like come from my space and my neck of the woods. So
Yeah.
really, guys, hope you enjoy it and check it out.
Yep. So thank you guys so much for joining us. This is amazing. And I hope to see you guys next time. All right. Are we almost ready for Black Crystal? All right. Bye.
Go for it.
Okay, so for 1,000 Rocket League credits, we got Gotcha Peter for the winner of it.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Esports College and Career Pathways we are dedicated to helping gamers, players really improve their game, whether at the collegiate level like we are today or as a career.
So go to your buddy and be like, hey, I got paid to play video game and get good grades. What did you get money for?
We really want to give a foundation for gamers to come in, express themselves in their own way, give them a competitive base setting, and provide them with the equipment necessary to, thrive in that competitive setting.
We looked at the resources that are available, and even yesterday I was talking to parents and players, and they didn't even know there were varsity teams at the college level, let alone that there's scholarships. So we took upon ourselves that we really want to put together these combines, not just like Rocket League we're doing now, but we're doing League of Legends in 2 weeks. And beyond that, we're probably going to do Fortnite to really give resources and a recruitment tool for the colleges, but really to get these players in front of the right people at the right time.
So party up with me. Come here, baby. Party up with me. It's so easy. So party up, party up, party up, party up, party up, party up, I've been floating since you came around my way. Wondering if you'd like to stay. 5 p.m. on a Wednesday. See you watching, you seem lost around the gate. I just moved from out of state. Libraries don't count as days. Where I go, I suppose you could follow. I hope I see you around tomorrow. I might wake up, but I can't ponder. Yes, you know, driving slow, too much thunder. We're going under around the way. Can I be your wife? Let me be your wifey. I've been thinking about you. Have you been thinking about me? Have you been thinking about me? I just wanna know what kind of games you play. I won't tell you what to say. What's your favorite anime? I'm the type that likes to go against the grain. I got sugar-coated fangs. I could show you better things. Where I go, I suppose you could follow. I hope I see you around tomorrow. I might wake up, but I can't ponder. Yes, you know, driving slow, too much thunder. We're going under around the way. Can I be your wife? Let me be your wifey. I've been thinking about you. Have you been thinking about me? Have you been thinking about me?
I can't believe the night lay waste to all we'd given. But honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living. But we could run from Elysium and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know that nothing lasts forever. myself. I never thought that this would be our end, but it's nothing new. And my lover's honesty, I can push it back down if I have to. If you want me to, 'cause we can run, and we can run. The stars they fall all for you. So tell me now, what's left to lose if we run?